everyone, I've got a list of things I need to do to finish my March Madness journal, so I thought I'd come on and work on them along with you. I've also got a few other things I need to do, some roller dice things, deck the year card, yeah, and some of the rest of them are things I need for my journal. So the first thing is a writing board. So I've got some, this is watercolour card, it's really thick and heavy, and I'm going to cut it in half because it's too big for my journal. Let me get my journal out. I still need to sort of compile my journal. I've been making things all month and just popping them in this bag. I haven't actually started putting them in my journal, which is, well, I know I have started. I can't say I haven't started because I have. There are a few things actually in there already, but yeah, I do need to put the rest in. So that'll be one of the jobs on my list. Let's pop that in there for now. But for today, for now, I need to make my journal card writing board. So I don't want it to be too massive. It needs to fit in like that. So I'm going to cut it across there. I'm going to get my metal ruler. And I'm going to cut it about there, I think. So I'm going to just draw myself a line. What I need is my Stanley knife, and I don't know what I've done with it. No, I don't. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? No, it's Jay. Jay forgets everything. Yeah, so I'm going to draw across there like that, and then I'm going to pop my journal to one side. I'm going to get my cutting board out. I'm going to line it up and cut through it with my Stanley knife. Well, I'm nowhere near the flipping ruler. I'm not, honestly, I'm hopeless. Yeah, look, I've missed, I've gone way offline. Good grief, I'm hopeless. I wonder if I could cut through it with, scissors. Let's try this. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's working. Okay, so we'll do that. And my journal, I've been doing things using certain papers and using certain colours rather than picking a specific theme, if you see what I mean. I can't say it's vintage, I can't say it's whimsical, I can't, it's just nice colours and a bit lacy, and yeah, it's not really shabby chic, it's just nice. It's just nice in my opinion anyway. There's not a lot of anything particular in it. There's not, you can't say it's got a lot of botanicals in it, you can't say it's got a lot of, well, I suppose it's got probably more flowers in it than anything else, let's say. Right, so that's going to be okay, because what I'm going to do is, somewhere I have a nail file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my bag of journal bits and pieces that I'm using for this journal. That actually is something I've already finished. I've got, that is on my list and I've already done it. Yeah. So, what have I got in here? I have got some flowery things. I definitely need to put some book page on it. I've done used a lot of book page. I'm going to use a little bit of that. to do it a bit like a, well, not so much a collage as a, well, we'll see how it turns out, because I say one thing and do another. That's my trouble. Yeah, that's my trouble. What else have I got in here? Any little bits and pieces I've got, I might use, like that little bit of glitter there. Little bit of green there. What else have I got? Let's see. Bit of pink left over there. Some flowery bits, bit of cream. Yeah. Right, so I think there's more glitter there. And there's this, which I've used quite a bit in my journal, and maybe we'll use a bit of this as well. Looks like a good colour to me. So first thing I'm going to do is tear a strip. Is that going to be big enough? Let's just see. Yeah, that'll be perfect. So I'm going to tear a strip down here like this. And I've done it that way because I wanted the white bit showing there like that. So that's that. And then we'll have a piece of this, the same. We'll tear the white part off it. There we go, I'm thinking like that. And I'm going to edge this in an ink colour that I've used throughout the journal. So I'll edge it all, but I just want to lay it out first to see what it looks like. Make sure we've got, yeah, the ink in, and the ink I'm going to use is this one. It is called Aged Mahogany, and I love it. I absolutely love the colour of it. So I'm just going to, this is why I wanted the white edges, you see, so that I could put this on and it would show up. Look at that. There we go. Oh, I love that. And I know it's plain and easy, but I love it. Could do with like a picture for the middle, but it would need to be fairly big, wouldn't it? Something fairly big, and yeah, I don't know. We'll leave it like that for now. And then on the back, as I say, I think I'm going to put a plain, something plain. Maybe this green. Could have green dots. Yeah. Yeah, so it's thinner there, and then it gets thicker to that side. Yeah, I was thinking, see, something along the lines of that, but then that would be stuck out too far and you wouldn't be able to write on it, and you know, with a big picture about that size in the middle there. But yeah, anyway, if I come across something like that later on, I can always stick it on. So that is my writing board. I might decorate the back a bit though. I could put something on the back, couldn't I? Look, that's stuck down already. It's already stuck down, which which is what we wanted it to do really, isn't it? So let's see if I could maybe put a bit of washi tape on there, or maybe just put a bit of that, just that down there. That would cover that bit and it would tie it in with the other side, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that then. So that's my writing board for now. It's done. I've got that, and I've done that on that side just to give it a little bit of a, it looks a bit like a book edge, doesn't it? So that's that done. And that was just a little tutorial on that while we were at it. I will speed through that a bit so that you're not having to watch the whole malarkey. So I can cross that off my list. Writing board. And then the next thing is fold out page, which I have actually started doing. So here is my fold out page that I've started on. You can see I've done the, I've glued it down onto here, got it upside down, you know. I've glued it down onto here and I've decorated these pages. You can see I've used the similar papers on these as I used on my writing board, and then on here I've got to do, and in here I've got to do. So yeah, okay, let's see what else we've got in here. We have got a decorated envelope, which is really nice. We've got a little paper, not bulb pin, decorated bulb pin, a dangle. We've got that, which I absolutely love. We've got, oh look at those, they're page edges, but that's very similar style to what I did my thing in, isn't it? We've got that, which is specimen cards, journal cards. We've got that little card there, look, all in the same sort of style, as you'll see. Yeah, love, love, love. All with the Santoro papers and little bits and pieces. And then I've got another little cluster there. The trouble is I've made them quite bulky. I'm going to have to make some that are not bulky, aren't I? I have actually got some circle clusters too, like this one. I can always take that off, I don't need that on it. So I could put one of those there, couldn't I? That would work. Yeah, I've made these all too bulky really. I'll pop that there because I want that to be a writing space then. So it just needs a little bit of decoration in the corner. Let's turn it round actually to have the rows the right way up. There we go. I mean, that is as firm as anything, stuck down that is now. And then I want something on this page as well, because that too is going to be a, but you see all my clusters, I've made them all bulky. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? Got another one there I could use. Yeah, I think that'll be alright because that's a flat one. Did like doing these round ones, and I could, you know, if I need to do any more, I can soon whip up another one or two if I need to. So let's pop that one on there. Yeah, that looks pretty, doesn't it? And it ties in with the rest of the journal. And then we need to decorate the front part. So let's put these bits away. So I've got a few dingle dangles there, look. I don't think I want to use those on the front, so they can go back in the bag. I've got these, I really like these, but I don't think they're going to be much of a decoration for the front of there, are they? Not really. Got another circle thing, another circle thing there, another circle thing there. I must have got carried away with those. I mean, I could use one of these bulkier ones on here. That would work okay, wouldn't it? One of them on there, a bit of bulk. I've got some little bits, that's some homemade washi tape. I do like that. That is a corner. Yeah, a corner corner pocket, so you can tuck things into there, and or I could put it like that and you could tuck things in that way, or yeah, I'm not going to do that. I did want a pocket on here though. Oh, you know, I may well do that. Yeah, that's just, I'm thinking, yeah, why not? Let's first of all though, before I do that, which I should have done before I put the card onto the book, was to do this. I'm not going to be able to do that down there now because it's too... But I am going to go round this page here, this front page. So we could pop a journal card in there. That one will go in nicely, won't it? Yeah. That is actually the one that was inside. I've got some little journaling cards here. Oh no, that's a little scrappy notebook. That one is. That one's a journaling card though. That one is a corner pocket that you pop over the edge of the page, and so is that one. So they're double-sided. These are all journaling cards. Yeah, I could do with a shorter one to go in that inside in here. Will that all go in? Oh yeah. Well, maybe not. Will it? No, it's a bit too long, that is. Just slightly too long. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my little scrappy notepad in there instead. That will fit in there nicely. And the little bits of doily I've got on there will match it too. So that's another thing I can cross off my list. Here it is. Fold out page. Hidden journal spot. Now I know how to do it, I just haven't actually got round to doing it yet, so let's move that over there and let's make our hidden journal spot. So we'll choose what card we're going to use to make it. I'm thinking I'm going to need a little bit of this card. Let's just take that off there. I'm going to need some of that. It's actually quite an easy thing to do. And I'm going to need a journal card that I've got already. Let me just cut this down a bit. It's going to be a bit too big. Yeah, and cut it down a bit like this. And then I'm going to cut a bit off the top as well. And then I'm going to cut this card. And I'm going to cut it. Where's my knife and my... I'll do it with my scalpel this time to save me having to dig my knife out again. Get me ruler. I don't know if my ruler will fit in there. I think it will. We'll get the ruler straight and we'll get that straight onto there. Like so, that's straight like that. Yeah, then we'll have that. Oh, keep saying, oh yeah, that's straight, then I'll move the flipping thing. We'll have that like that, and we'll hope that we can cut it better than we cut the board. That's what we need to do, isn't it? There we go. And then what we do is we glue our card to the back like that. And there we have our hidden journaling spot. See? So I could glue this onto a page just around the edge like that, and you can pull that out and have your hidden journaling spot. So that's what we will do. We will find a page, glue it onto. A bit further towards the back. Let's try this one. We'll do this one. We only need a very thin bit of glue around the edge of here though, so very, very thin bit of glue. Yeah, some things just take longer than others, don't they? That writing board took forever, but we've had a few things done since then, so. Okay, so that can then, we'll glue that onto the page like that. Push the glue outwards rather than inwards. Hopefully we should be able to get that in there. Actually, I might just have to cut a tiny bit off the edge. We can do that, don't worry. That's it, let's see if that'll go in. Oh, that'll go in fine, yeah. Glue down and wiggle it in, get it just in the right place. There we are. Line it up really well. Make sure you've got it lined up well. And then no one will know. They'll think you've just stuck that onto the page and made yourself maybe a pocket or something. You know, they won't know that you've got a hidden journaling spot there. That's the idea anyway. So that's the hidden journaling spot. We can cross that off our list. Journaling spot. Right, so that are not for the journal. So that and that are not for the journal. We need altered playing cards next. So let's do some altered playing cards. First of all, we need some playing cards. And I've got two there that I'm going to use. And yeah, they're bigger than your average playing cards. These are like a medium sized one that I get on Vinted. Not on Vinted, I actually got them from Amazon. But yeah, I get them all over. If I see them in a charity shop or anything, I always pick them up. And they do say it's best to just give them a little rub over with a sandpaper to make things stick to them easier. So do both sides because you'll have to put some plain paper on the back or something to write on, otherwise it's not going to be a lot of use, is it? Unless I suppose you could use it for a pocket, couldn't you? You wouldn't need to write on the back then, but we'll do that just in case. So that's that one, and then just quickly the same with this one. There we go. So I'm going to put some plain white paper onto the back of them. So let me find the list and print it off. No, I can't. I've got one here. So we have had make yourself a journal, which you've seen there. Add layered clusters to your pages. You've seen my layered clusters. Alter an envelope. I showed you my altered envelope, didn't I? It was in here somewhere. Where did it go? Here it is, look. That's my altered envelope. It's got a pocket on the front there, and you can put something in the back as well. Design journaling cards. Showed you my journaling cards, haven't I? There, look. Thank you, my love. Those are my journaling cards. And then it's, oh, that was one as well, I think. Create dangling paper charms, which I did. I've got some there. Like, oh, here they are, look. So they're all paper, and I've done them on a bulb pin. And then you layer it up like that. So that's one. And then there's this one as well. This is another one. And they're all paper apart from that little heart wooden bead on that one. So those are my paper charms. Design tabs that poke from your pages. So I did that. You can see my tabs. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. Could add more if I wanted. Create an interactive belly band, or did it say belly bands? I think it might have said belly bands. I've got that one. Yes, this is my other one. So this is one. So you can lift that up there like that, pull that down to write on it, and it's got a little pocket in there, look, and then you can put that back down there. So that's one interactive belly band, and this is the other one. You can open that up, and inside it is a journaling card to write on. So that was my 2 interactive belly bands. We've done that one, haven't we? We've done that. Add colourful strips peeking from your pages. Well, I made them, but I didn't actually put them into my book. I wasn't sure where I wanted them yet, so I made them, but I haven't put them into my book yet. Not that one. These two. I really like those. Yeah, I really like them. So that's those. They need to go in. Number 9. Design specimen slides. Yes, I love specimen slides, and I've done these 2. One with that yellow flower on and one with the daisy. Love those 2. I actually have done another one because I've got a double layered one somewhere. Not sure where that's ended up though. It might be in there. Might be. Not entirely sure. Oh, here it is. Here's my double one. So instead of cutting out, I cut out one bigger window and I put tape across the middle to make the 2 smaller ones, rather than doing one small one and another small one. I did one big one and then taped it off across the middle. Really pleased with those. I love them specimen slides. Create banner paper clips. Right, banner paper clips. I know we're in here. That's one of them. And then I've got these 2 as well. So here are my banner paper clips, which can be clipped either into the side or into the top of your journal, and they can be done like that or like that. So yeah, pleased with those. They're cute, aren't they? That's those. Design a clever envelope that flips from more than one place. Right, a clever envelope. And I think it was this one. Look, this is my envelope, see? So it was quite a large envelope. You can see this is the envelope. The whole envelope. I cut this piece off here and here. So that is the whole envelope there. And then I cut it down here to make some tags. And I folded it in at the sides. I put pockets in the middle. I folded it in at the sides like so, and then I put that onto there like that and clipped that carefully like that. That holds it closed, and you can write onto the back of it if desired. So that was my envelope. And then create floating pockets. I think these are my floating pockets. That one, well, that one and that one definitely. So you can see there's a pocket, there's a little belly band there, that's a pocket, and these are quite big, but they will fit into my journal. And then this one has got a little pocket there as well, and you can write onto the back of it. And I'm not sure whether this was a floating pocket as well. No, I don't think it was. That is a... Oh, that's another one of the envelopes. So when you open it up, you can put things inside there like that. Into there and into there. Oh, they're pockets. And then, oh. That seems to have, that's it. And then on the front you've got a pretty picture that you can use, and on the back you can write. That's something else, I think. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see if that comes up. Layer and collage vintage book pages and text. Gorgeous decorative, I think. Yeah, so that's one of them. And I think this is another one that I did for the layer in the vintage book pages. I think that's the two I did for that. I think. And then well, this might be as well, actually. Yeah, this is vintage book page lot. I love that. I got this idea from my friend Zoe. Yeah, she was doing some similar, so I got that idea from her. Love those, love those. Right, layered vintage book. Press botanical elements and put them in your journal. So, as I say, I haven't actually put anything of mine in my journal yet. Well, I put a few bits in, but not, you know, not many. So here are two of the ones I did. I actually laminated them, and then I can use them in my journal. Can't I? I've actually got another one somewhere, but I'm not sure where that's gone. That can go in there, that can go in there, that can go in there. They can go in there because I've shown you them. Oh, here's the other one. Here we are. Look, that's got more in it. But yeah, it looks like a credit card, but it's about a credit card size, and I laminated it to do that. You can clip the corner of it, make a hole in the corner of it, and then you can use it as a dangle. Create your own custom washi tape. Now, I did do that. That's here. This is my washi tape. I'm sure I've got more than one piece, but at the minute I can only find the one piece, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, probably. It might show up later. You never know. Well, there's another one of the pressed flowers, look. So that's that. And then those were my dangles. They can go in there as well. I'm trying to put the things in there that I've already shown you. I can't actually read what they all say. Layered tuck spots. Layered tuck spots, yeah. Oh, there's my other piece of washi tape, look. That's that. Now, I think these are my layered tuck spots, these three here. So I could glue those in and tuck my bits and pieces in there. I love those, love them. And that was inspired by Zoe, and that actually is one Zoe did. Layered tuck spot, create faux Polaroids. So here's my faux Polaroids. They were very easy to do. I just cut out the pictures and stuck them onto the black paper. Yeah, and again, those photos were courtesy of Zoe. Then I'm just waiting for them to dry a bit, aren't I? Yeah. Bind tiny leftover scraps to make a tiny notebook. I did show you my tiny notebook because we put it in my thing, didn't we? We've done that. Yeah, we put it in my fold out. Oh, there's another paper clip there. Look, it's stuck to the back of that. Yeah, we put it in my fold out. I'm sure I've got another one somewhere there. I'm sure I did 2 of those scrappy notepads. But yeah, all like you get all your little scraps of paper like this. Oh, and you layer them together to make a little notepad similar to that. Yeah, that's similar to what I did, and it is in that tuck spot that I made, the fold out thing. Fabric pockets. Now for fabric pockets, I actually put those into my journal. So I've got, let's see, I've got 2. That one, that's like a fabric paper, and you can put something into there. And then I've got another one somewhere further in. Yeah, here's my scrappy notepad, look, there it is. Somewhere I've got another, here it is, fabric pocket, and that is a coaster. Yeah, so that's that. And then the trifold is this one. So it's for writing on just there, and then on the back writing there and there as well. See? Little decorative trifold. And then snippet roll. This is my snippet roll. I didn't actually roll it up, but that is my, because it's done on card, it won't really roll so well, but love that, absolutely love it. Definitely can't wait to use that. Corner pockets, and I showed you the one I put in there, and then I've got these 2 as well. And here's another paper dangle. I keep finding things, don't I? Those are the corner pockets, and they are double-sided. And then I did, what's the next thing? Oh, there's another banner paper clip there. Look, I must have done 4 of them. Circle clusters, which are these ones here. And I did show you my other clusters, because I know somewhere it was clusters, so those are they. And I did use some of my circle ones, didn't I, in my fold out thing, which was the next thing we were to do, was the fold out. Oh, well, look, there's another blooming flag there. I must have enjoyed doing that. I've done loads. So, where are we? I've lost it now. Corner pockets, yeah. Circle clusters, fold out page I showed you, hidden pocket I showed you. So Thursday was altered playing cards, so let me write that on here. Friday was paperclip dangles. Yesterday was your journal, well no, today was journal closure. It was a journal topper. Was that right? No, journal closure was yesterday. Today was the journal, I think it was the journal topper, or was it the journal closure? Oh my gosh. Paperclip dangles, altered playing cards, journal closure, yeah. And then a journal topper, I think, was today. I think. I need to look it up, but I can't do it because I'm recording with my phone. This must be one of my journaling cards, but that could also go for an altered playing card, couldn't it? So yeah, I think we'll leave that for now because I don't want to bore you to tears. Oh, here's another scrappy notepad, look. That was my second scrappy little scrappy notepad. It's just done with little scraps of paper that are left over. Yeah, so rather than bore you to tears, we'll leave that there, and then I'll come back and we'll go through the rest of my list next. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.